Have you ever just stopped and really looked at something ordinary, like maybe a mug or a chair or even just a piece of fabric, and wondered about the stories packed inside it? Not just what it's for, but, the people who made it.
The hands behind it.
Exactly.
Right.
The history, maybe even like ancient traditions woven right in.
Yeah.
Imagine having something in your home that isn't just decoration, but it's a living story, right?
Yeah.
A connection to a whole culture, a really resilient, nomadic way of life.
That's a powerful idea.
Well, that's exactly the kind of magic we're going to try and uncover today.
Sounds fascinating.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a journey, a deep one, into the heart of Persia to explore the amazing world of Bakhtiari rugs.
A truly rich subject.
It really is. We've gathered insights from, well, quite a few places, from the sort of time-tested wisdom of an established Oriental carpet business to detailed studies, ethnographic accounts, and descriptions of Bakhtiari art, their history, the very essence of how they're made.
Good sources are key for something like this.
Absolutely. And our mission for this deep dive, it's pretty clear. We want to unpack the unique story, the incredible artistry, and the enduring legacy of these really striking textiles.
They are visually stunning.
Totally.
Yeah.
And by the end, hopefully, you'll have a kind of shortcut to really understanding why they matter so much, whether way more than just, nice rugs.
More than floor coverings. Pieces of living history, as you said.
Exactly. Pieces of living history. So let's start by setting the scene a bit, connecting these textiles to the real world where you might actually find one.
Okay.
And how that encounter becomes something more, right? We're talking about specialized places, maybe like Babak's Oriental carpets, where you don't just buy a rug.
No, it's much more than
You
that.
start to unravel its story.
Precisely. And understanding the expertise behind places like that is crucial. It's often generational.
Right.
Take someone like Dr. Houshang Rizwani. He spent, over 35 years building this really honorable reputation in the carpet business, first in Graz in Austria.
I like 35 years. That's dedication.
It really is. And it's not just selling. It's about immersing yourself in the history, the craft, the cultural weight of these pieces.
I see.
And he brought all that knowledge, plus this amazing selection of Persian and Oriental carpets, to Victoria and Vancouver.
So it's a deep specialty.
Absolutely. It underscores the kind of background needed in this unique trade. It's almost an art form itself, passed down.
That kind of lineage, that family expertise stretching back.
Yeah.
That must be invaluable. And it continues, right, with his son, Babak Rizwani.
Yes, Babak runs the Victoria showroom now on 4th Street.
And having grown up in it, he must have absorbed this stuff his whole life.
Exactly. Immersed is the right word. It's not just a job. It's his heritage.
Yeah.
So he has this incredibly vast knowledge, carpets from all over, but with a real deep dive into Persian carpets specifically.
Learned by living it, not just reading about it.
That's a great way to put it. And Babak's dedication, it goes beyond just the business side. He genuinely loves the study, the appreciation of Oriental carpets.
You can tell when someone's passionate.
Definitely. He loves sharing what he knows. If you talk to him, he'll naturally focus on a few key things that help you really appreciate them.
Like what?
Well, the historical significance, for one. How a rug can literally be a historical document.
Wow.
He'll explain the hand-knotting techniques, the sheer skill and time involved. It's mind-boggling when you get into it.
I can imagine.
He'll also talk about their value as an investment, which is important for many people, and of course, the overall quality, what makes a great Persian rug stand out.
So it's a multi-layered understanding.
Exactly. It transforms just looking at it into, really seeing it, understanding its creation, its context.
So it's not just buying a rug, it's like entering this whole ecosystem for these pieces. And expert guidance is key.
Crucial.
What's also interesting is the practical support these specialists offer. It shows a real commitment, doesn't it?
It does. It's holistic.
Like carpet repair and cleaning, that sounds essential. These aren't just any old rugs you can throw in the wash.
Absolutely not. These are specialized restoration services, vital for preserving these valuable art forms for, future generations.
Right. Hand-knotted pieces, maybe hundreds of years old. Proper care is like continuing their story.
Precisely. Protecting their value, their integrity.
And the financial side.
Yeah.
You mentioned investment value.
Yes. Experts offer appraisals. Crucial for insurance, inheritance, maybe resale. It helps you understand the actual value.
Okay.
And they often have trade-in options where they'll purchase rugs. It shows it's a living market,
Right. Not just static objects. They're assets.
Exactly. Valuable assets with ongoing appeal and worth.
And for someone like me, or our listeners who are curious, what about learning more?
That's catered for, too.
Yeah.
Many provide detailed information sheets on the carpets, perfect for digging deeper.
That's great.
Plus, customer-friendly things like trials, taking a rug home with no obligation.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh.
To see how it feels in your space.
Exactly. Builds confidence before you commit. And underlying all this is the knowledgeable staff. They guide you through it all.
Makes the whole process less intimidating, more enlightening.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, while we won't list, specific phone numbers here,
Right.
know that these dedicated experts exist. They're resources for anyone wanting to learn more or maybe even acquire one of these amazing pieces.
Okay, good to know. Now let's pivot a bit. From where you might find these rugs, let's really dive into one specific type.
Yeah.
The Bakhtiari rug itself.
Yes.
What makes them distinct? What's their origin story?
Okay, so to be precise, Bakhtiari rugs come from the Bakhtiari tribe. These are people who traditionally live in the rugged Zagros Mountains, southwestern Iran.
Zagros Mountains. Sounds remote.
It can be. And what's really significant is their history. They're one of the oldest, most influential Persian tribes.
Oldest, wow.
Yeah, and that deep history, it completely shapes their rug weaving. It infuses every piece with layers of cultural meaning going back centuries.
So looking at one is like looking back through time.
In a very real sense, yes. It's a tangible link to this incredibly enduring heritage. A living chronicle.
A living chronicle, I like that. You mentioned their lifestyle earlier, semi-nomadic.
That's right.
How literally does that become part of the rug? Is it just like an abstract influence, or do they actually weave in scenes from their life?
Oh, it's often quite literal. It definitely becomes part of the rug. The Bakhtiari are famous for this semi-nomadic life, right? This tough, twice-a-year migration across the Zagros.
Moving everything, flocks, family.
Everything, between summer pastures high up and winter pastures down in the valleys. And this journey, this really deep connection they have to the land. It's not just background noise.
Okay.
It's frequently vividly depicted right there in the rug designs. Each rug can become a kind of narrative, a visual diary of their travels, the nature they see.
So you might actually see mountains or rivers woven in.
Absolutely. Or their flocks, specific plants, animals they encounter. It's their world, rendered in wool and dye.
That's incredible.
And it's important to remember the purpose of early Bakhtiari weaving. It wasn't primarily commercial, like rugs from big city workshops.
Oh, okay. So they made them for themselves.
Almost exclusively, yes. For personal use within the tribe, they were canvases for showing important cultural symbols, scenes from daily life, maybe a wedding, a hunt.
Wow.
And just depictions of the natural world around them. So at their core, they were intimate personal expressions before they ever became trade goods.
So they told a family story, not just a generic design.
Exactly. Functional art that told their own specific story.
So how did they make that leap from being these really personal tribal items to becoming known globally, sought after in international markets? That feels like a huge jump.
It is a huge jump, and it says a lot about how special they are. By the 19th century, Bakhtiari carpets really started gaining popularity internationally.
Oh, it drove that.
Two main things, really. First, their designs so vivid, so unique, they just caught people's eyes.
Yeah, they're striking.
And second, their exceptional durability. These rugs were built tough, for nomadic life. That translated really well into long-lasting pieces for homes elsewhere.
Practical and beautiful.
Exactly. They weren't just pretty, they were built to last.
And did the designs change as they became more popular globally?
That's where it gets really interesting. The weavers were incredibly clever. They managed to keep their unique, authentic tribal motifs, those stories and symbols we talked about.
Right, the core identity.
While also kind of seamlessly incorporating more sophisticated influences from nearby cities, especially Isfahan.
So a blend, not losing their roots.
A masterful blend, exactly, not dilution. And you have to remember, the Bakhtiari people themselves are known for resilience, forged by that tough landscape, that nomadic life.
Makes sense.
And they literally infuse that resilience, that spirit into their rugs. So what you get is this unique fusion, raw tribal character meeting refined urban artistry, and, as we said, exceptionally durable.
Wow. Resilience woven right in. That's quite a thought.
It truly is a testament to their adaptability and cultural strength.
Okay, let's get into the how. How are these incredible works of art actually made? It sounds like it must be painstaking, ancient work, not something you rush.
Oh, absolutely not. It's meticulous. A multi-step journey needing immense skill, patience, dedication. It starts, like it has for centuries, with shearing the sheep, getting that high-quality local wool.
And the wool itself is special.
Very. It's strong, lustrous, incredibly durable, and crucially, the climate of the Zagros, those harsh winters, hot summers, it actually forces the sheep to grow superior wool.
Really? The weather affects the wool quality.
Directly. The sheep develop this robust, resilient fleece to survive, and that becomes a key ingredient for the rug's longevity. The land itself dictates the raw material quality.
Amazing. So after shearing.
Then comes preparation. The wool is carefully cleaned, washed, and then spun into yarn, usually by hand.
Hand spun. That takes time.
A lot of time. And then the next crucial step, coloring, dyeing the yarn. And they stick to tradition here using natural dyes.
Natural dyes. From what?
From plants, insects, minerals found right there in their region. This madder root for reds, indigo for blues, maybe pomegranate rind for yellows, walnut hulls for browns.
Wow, all from nature.
Exactly. And these natural dyes give that incredible depth and vibrancy you see in Bakhtiari rugs. Colors that synthetic dyes just can't replicate. They age beautifully, too, developing this rich patina over time.
So once the yarn is dyed and dried, the weaving starts.
Yes. The loom is set up could be a vertical loom in a village or a more traditional horizontal ground loom if they're more nomadic.
Still using ground looms sometimes.
In the more isolated areas, yes, it's a direct link to their past. And the weaver, often a woman, meticulously follows a design, knot by tiny knot.
Knot by knot. It must take forever.
It feels like it. The whole process, from sheep to finished rug, can easily take several months. For a large, complex one, maybe over a year.
A year of work in one rug.
It really underscores the immense labor, the artistry, the dedication in every single piece.
You can see that level of detail. So if you're looking at a bunch of Persian rugs, what makes you say, that's a Bakhtiari? Are there specific construction clues?
There definitely are. Construction-wise, they're usually hand-knotted on a vertical loom, as we said, though sometimes that traditional ground loom pops up.
Okay.
The foundation, the warp and weft threads, the rug's skeleton is typically strong cotton, sometimes wool, that gives it a solid base.
Warp and weft. That's the grid the knots are tied onto.
Exactly. Warp threads run vertically, weft horizontally. And for the knots themselves, the pile. The weft usually has 2 threads, and the knot is almost always the Turkish knot, also called the symmetrical knot.
Turkish knot. Is that significant?
It is. It creates a very strong, secure pile. It's a hallmark. Though there's an interesting exception. Rugs from the village of Shahr Kord often use the Persian knot, the asymmetrical one.
A regional difference.
Yes. And that leads to another point. Quality of wool, the knot type, how fine the knotting is, meaning knots per square inch, that can vary quite a bit from village to village or tribe to tribe.
So each area has its own fingerprint.
Exactly. No two are truly identical. Each carries the stamp of its specific origin and the weaver's hand.
But overall, they're sturdy.
Oh, remarkably sturdy. The wool pile is usually medium depth, feels substantial, and the knot density typically ranges from, say, 80 up to maybe 200 knots per square inch.
Is 80 kpsi considered high?
For a tribal rug, 80 is very robust. It might feel coarser than a superfine city rug, but it's built for incredible durability. We're talking decades, generations of use, heirloom quality, truly.
And how are they named? Just Bakhtiari.
Often, yes, in the general market, but sometimes they're named after a specific village, like Feridun, Buldaji, Saman, that tells you more precisely where it's from.
Okay.
And sometimes the most finely knotted ones get a special name, Bibi baths.
Baby bath, what does that mean?
It literally translates to woman's knot. It's a way of highlighting the exceptional skill involved, acknowledging the artistry, often passed down through generations of women weavers, a real tribute.
Woman's knot. I love that. Now, the designs themselves, they often look like gardens, right, or landscapes. Let's get into those distinctive patterns.
Yes, the designs are absolutely a key identifier. The main area, the field, it's almost always divided into squares or diamonds, like a grid.
A grid, okay.
And these compartments are made to stand out, usually with a plain outline. Inside each square or diamond, that's where the magic happens, they're filled with stylized animals or plants.
Like what kind of plants?
Cypresses are very common. They symbolize eternity. And lots of flowering shrubs symbolizing life, abundance. And the variety is amazing. A single rug might have 10 or more different motifs in its compartments.
Wow, so much detail in one piece.
Incredible visual richness. Another common approach is a more formal repeating pattern of flowers and shrubs covering the entire field, like a continuous botanical tapestry.
That sounds beautiful, too.
It is. And very often, somewhere in the design, usually central, you'll find that Tree of life.
Ah, yes, the tree of life. We mentioned that symbol.
A deeply symbolic motif representing growth, connection, fertility, eternity. It adds that spiritual layer, connecting back to their reverence for nature.
What about the borders? Are they standard or do they vary too?
The basic structure is pretty common in Persian rugs, usually 2 narrow guard bands on either side of a wider central band.
Okay.
But within those bands, the decorative motifs, hugely varied. It's another place for regional expression.
Any specific examples?
Sure. The Harati border, it's like repeating diamond shapes with little floral heads inside and around them. Sometimes looks like little fish. That's often seen on rugs from Shahr Kord.
Karate.
Oh.
Okay, I'll look out for that.
And on the older, more nomadic rugs, you often see a border with a serrated leaf pattern, like a row of pointy, stylized leaves running along the edge. Very distinctive, very tribal.
Simple but strong.
Exactly. Another style you might see uses cartouches in the border.
Cartouches, like Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Sort of like that shape, yeah. Decorative oblong frames. And inside these cartouches, they often repeat the main motifs from the rug's central field, maybe on a white background.
Ah, so it echoes the main design.
Precisely. Ties it all together beautifully. Gives it a sense of harmony.
You mentioned Shahr Kord a couple of times. That village seems important.
It is. It's a fascinating case study. The Bakhtiari tribesmen there largely settled down, gave up the fully nomadic life.
Okay.
And their rugs show this clear influence from nearby Isfahan, the sophisticated city.
How so?
In their techniques, their use of the Persian knot and adopting more formal floral designs, often with a big central medallion. Very Isfahani style.
But they're still Bakhtiari.
Yes, because the execution, the way they weave these designs, it still feels a bit more structured, maybe more formal than a true Isfahan rug. It subtly betrays their nomadic roots.
So a blend of traditions. Tribal heritage meets urban artistry.
Exactly. A captivating story right there in the weave.
It's amazing, the sheer variety. You talked about the grid design, the kesti, or garden design. Are there other main types based on design? It feels like a whole classification system.
There really is. Understanding these helps appreciate the weaver's choices. The kesti or garden design is definitely one of the most famous, that bird's eye view of a Persian garden.
With different plants and animals in each square.
Exactly. Each panel, unique cypress here, flowering shrub there, maybe a bird, a deer. It's like a portable Eden, often symbolizing status or prosperity.
A symbolic garden. Cool.
What else? The medallion and corner layout is also very common. A big, usually intricate central medallion really anchors the design.
Draws your eye right in.
It does. With ornate corner pieces balancing it out and a decorated field around it, the medallion itself can vary star shapes, lotus forms, geometric figures.
Each with its own meaning, I guess.
Likely, yes. Then there's the vase design.
Vase?
Yes, featuring a series of stylized vases, usually overflowing with flowers and leaves. It symbolizes abundance, generosity, growth, a very joyful pattern. And of course, the tree of life design we keep coming back to. It can be the central focus too,
Right.
Symbolizing eternal life, connection, spiritual growth. Really powerful.
So many distinct styles.
Mm.
And the colors are always strong.
Generally, yes. Bakhtiaris are known for their dark, rich colors. Deep reds, yellow ochre, bottle green, dark brown, bright blue. Creates a real visual impact, very grounding.
Mm-hmm.
And the real beauty, it lies in how the weavers managed to take all these different colors, all these varied motifs, each with its own story,
Yeah.
and harmonize them, bring them together into one stunning, cohesive design. It's an incredible skill, that sense of balance and composition.
A testament to their artistry, definitely.
Yeah.
So beyond the beauty, the skill, these rugs are like woven language, aren't they?
Right.
What's the deeper symbolism? How does it connect to their lives?
You nailed it. Woven language. Each rug is packed with symbolism. The motifs aren't random. They represent aspects of daily life, the natural world, the weaver's hopes, their dreams. It's their cultural vocabulary.
So that tree of life,
Yeah.
it's more than just life.
Specifically, it represents the hope for a long and fruitful life. Blessings, growth, health, continuation. It's like weaving a prayer into your home.
Wow. And the animals?
They represent valued qualities. A lion isn't just a lion, it's courage, strength, nobility, vital traits for survival in the Zagros.
Right. Makes sense.
A deer might be gentleness, maybe prosperity. Birds could be freedom, spirituality, companionship. Even the cypress tree, being evergreen, stands for immortality.
So the rug becomes a constant reminder of their values.
Exactly. Their values, their connection to nature, their aspirations, a profound cultural statement in wool.
Which leads to the question,
Yeah.
how much does the actual place, the geography of the Bakhtiari homeland, shape these rugs? It feels like the land itself must be a huge factor.
Oh, undeniably. The connection is profound. They come from the Zagros Mountains, southwestern Iran, rugged, demanding terrain, high altitude, dramatic seasons.
Tough place to live.
Very. And that environment has conditioned the Bakhtiari people to be incredibly resilient, resourceful. And that resilience, it's reflected directly in the vibrant, durable nature of their rugs, built to last, just like people.
The land shapes the people shape the rug.
Perfectly put. And the climate, those severe winters, hot summers, it directly impacts the wool quality.
You touched on that. Makes the wool tougher.
Exactly. The local sheep develop this dense, strong, highly durable fleece for insulation. That specific wool is fundamental to the rug's longevity and character, so the land provides the very fiber of their strength.
It's all interconnected.
Deeply. And specific landmarks even inspired designs directly. Zardku, one of the highest peaks.
Yeah.
Or the Karun River, a vital waterway. These aren't just scenery. They often find their way into the patterns. Meandering river lines, solid mountain shapes, local plants.
So the rugs are truly born of that landscape.
They really are, capturing the essence of the Bakhtiari homeland in every knot.
So given all this, the craftsmanship, the history, the deep cultural roots, the connection to place, where do they stand today? Are they just beautiful objects, or do they hold value in other ways? Investment, legacy.
They absolutely hold significant value beyond beauty. Bakhtiari rugs are highly attractive, and collectors recognize them as really prime examples of contemporary Persian tribal weaving.
So good investment potential.
Definitely sound investment potential. That mix of aesthetic appeal, durability, and cultural authenticity makes them very desirable. They aren't just a passing trend.
And older ones, antique Bakhtiari.
Especially valued by collectors. Why? Their authenticity, the depth of their symbolism, and that tangible link to a tribal weaving heritage going back centuries. It's like owning a piece of history.
A story you can touch.
Exactly. Collectors seek that narrative quality. And it's crucial to know this isn't just a historical artifact.
Right.
Bakhtiari rugs are still being produced today in settled communities in western Iran by descendants of the tribes.
So the tradition continues.
Yes. This ongoing production keeps the traditional artistry and craft alive. The skills are passed down, ensuring new rugs carry that same spirit. It's a living, evolving tradition.
That's wonderful to hear.
And because of all this, they remain consistently popular internationally. Appreciated globally, not just for beauty and quality, but for that profound cultural significance.
Underscoring your timeless appeal.
Absolutely, securing their place as treasured pieces around the world.
What an incredible journey we've been on today. Seriously.
Yeah.
From the rugged roots of the Bakhtiari tribe in the Zagros Mountains
Their semi-nomadic life.
to that painstaking process, shearing that special wool, dyeing it with natural colors from the earth.
Hand-knotting those intricate designs.
Gardens, animals, trees. Often with that Turkish knot making them so robust. We've looked at the symbolism, the investment value, their enduring place today.
And the main thing to take away, I think, is that Bakhtiari rugs, they're just so much more than floor coverings.
Right. More than decoration.
They're a testament to this rich cultural heritage, the resilient spirit of the tribes, their connection to nature, their whole way of life.
Understanding all that really changes how you see them.
It really does. It enhances the appreciation for these truly beautiful works of art. Their woven stories holding up through time.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. The next time you see a hand-knotted rug, maybe it is a Bakhtiari, or maybe any object made with that kind of care and history. Just pause. Consider the story it's telling. Think about the weavers, the symbols they carried from their world, the landscape that literally shaped its creation.
Yeah.
What hidden histories, what stories might be woven into the fabric of the things around you in your own life?